I'm Bob.
And I'm Shawna.
We both went to Capitol High School, but we didn't know each other. And we met years later in a bar downtown.
Mm-hmm. Because that was pretty much our life.
That was our lifestyle.
Big partiers.
Yeah,
yep.
That's what we like to do most evenings.
Yeah, I got through Newbridge through my mom, so she has her own wild story, but she kept inviting me, and I kept saying no. And then I went a few times, and when this guy was on, we were living together, we were dating for 2 years, and we moved in together, and he was on vacation, and I went with my mom when my brother was baptized, and I ended up getting baptized that same day. I met with Pastor Kurt and asked if I could be baptized, and we did like a little thing before, and I just gave my life to Jesus, and then when Bob came home, I said, I'm moving out, and it kind of shocked him.
I came to church like here and there, and I was the guy that just sat there and being like, what are these crazy people doing? Because, yeah, it was just crazy to me. I just kind of slowly became a believer. It wasn't a big shocking moment like some people. I always knew there was a God, but didn't really act on it at all. Yeah, because before I was like, I knew there was God, but there was no such thing as sin in my life.
And we were dating through that process, and I think a lot of the changes that Bob was seeing in me started piquing his interest. I thought we were done. I didn't think we were going to date anymore just because I was totally different than I had been before. And he just kind of stuck around and kept coming with me to church. And then all of a sudden, things started changing. I just started noticing changes in his heart and his personality. And yeah, before you knew it, he was being baptized out Black Lake.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Which is funny because even after I was baptized, I was like, oh, I can still go do the things I want to go do. But it didn't work like that. Even though I went, but yeah, I was starting to be changed internally. And I went and hung out with the same people and then hated it. Doing the same thing that I used to like to do. I just got annoyed by everybody. So yeah, that's how I was being changed little by little.
So we have a little baby. She's 5 months old. Her name is Nora, and she's such a beautiful gift from God. And just another example of how God's been with us through our entire walk. She's had a myriad of health problems and had to have an endoscopy and biopsy at 3 months, and still just some stuff that uncertainties with her health. And I feel really strongly that the old me would be consumed by that and just so upset and depressed and just not knowing what to do. And Jesus is such a great friend and comforter that he's given us so much peace that even when she was getting her endoscopy, we were both kind of like, okay. We're in the other room like, we know Jesus has numbered the hairs on her head, which she has many, and that he knows inside and out of her and us for that matter. So we know that he's got our entire lives in his hands, and so there's a lot of peace. Yeah.